Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone is doing absolutely fantastic. Thought I would put a little vlog together for you guys to give you an update on how things are and what my daily routine is like at the moment. There has obviously not been any travel vlogs. I've been enjoying my time staying in one place for the past almost 2 months now. The itch to travel is definitely coming back. First things first, we'll be having the daily iced Americano. We've also blessed the coffee machine with some company. Got this beast of a water filtration system, which also delivers sparkling water straight from the tap. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. What a hydrated man I'm gonna be. Bit of a breezy one today. And that is a view I just cannot seem to get enough of. This is the morning routine every single morning. Coffee, come on the balcony, sit here in silence and ponder, plan, reflect, be thankful, appreciate life. I always used to do this little walk where you would go all the way up to zero gravity, which right now is just a pile of rubble. Once again, Dubai is rebuilding. I think that's going to turn into the Edition Hotel and Residences, which I think that will actually look quite good.
Going down.
Pretty pleasant. If that ends up looking like that, that's going to be pretty decent. Pool on the balcony with that view. Yes. Right then, we are getting a little bit more sun. Not too much though, because the UV's on an absolute mad one now. At midday, it's at 12. And as much as I'm a fan of the UV, that's a little bit too much for me. I've noticed now this time of the year, if I spend too much time in the sun, I'm just completely wiped out for the rest of the day. I don't burn, I'm just like drained, and that's not good if I'm going to the gym later. So I've noticed now, when it comes to obviously topping up the tan and just getting the benefits from the sun, just a little bit every day, or almost every day, is the sweet spot. You're not getting burned because you're not in the sun for prolonged periods of time, and you don't feel like wiped out. But the sky is also pretty blue. So you know what that means? It means the tanning conditions are good and the air quality is also quite good. Right, that is enough. 1 hour, absolutely cooked. No more, otherwise your boy's gonna be absolutely frazzled. So guys, today we have no podcasts, no filming for the other channels today. I'm dedicating today to filming this video. I'm sorry there hasn't been many travel vlogs happening, but I haven't really been traveling. I've quite enjoyed staying put for a while, mostly because I came back from doing a big stint of traveling, and I've obviously moved into a new place and I actually want to enjoy the new place. And it's been pretty pleasant. All my friends still been here, and not a crazy amount of tourists, so I've been enjoying this slightly more peaceful time. But I do need to travel soon. I do have the itch to travel soon, so I'm going to do 2 more weeks and then we'll be doing, well, the summer travels, but I'll be in and out of Dubai. Right then, let's get ourselves ready for the gym. The usual attire, which is basically all black. Long awaited, highly anticipated Thirst cargo pants are now officially in stock. I've basically been wearing the Represent 247 pants for years now. I've probably made them tens of thousands of pounds, and the natural progression was to actually come out on my own. Sorry, George, love you, but I wanted to do a little thirst twist on them. So these are a little bit different because they've got a shorter string, which is a little bit more convenient, I find. The back pocket flap has been taken off because that always used to stick out. And then I wanted to get rid of the zip pockets on the side. I just wanted to smoothly put my hands in and out. So we also got rid of a couple of the excessive zips and pockets. So these are available now. Of course, the Thirst vest, just a classic vest to add to the mix. Great fit. And we're ready to rock. And then we're going to be finishing it off with a little bit of Dior Sauvage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness, Dior. So guys, June is finally upon us, and do you know what that means? It's Men's Mental Health Month. A reminder that many men are silently carrying stress, pressure, and personal struggles every single day. And none of them should be going through that alone. With today's paid partner, BetterHelp, there's someone always with you. Someone trained to listen. Recently, I had the pleasure of having Connor Beaton on my podcast, aka Man Talks. And I'm not just saying it because it was my podcast, but it was a very good episode. And we went deep, much deeper than I had anticipated we would go. But it was a big reminder for me that what I had gone through as a teenager, the trauma I experienced, how important it was and should have been for me to actually speak to an expert and discuss what I was going through. But I didn't. I bottled it all in, and I tried to ignore all emotion and just get on with my life, which definitely was not the best course of action. I can tell you that from experience. And it wasn't until recent years that I'd become more open to, getting therapy, speaking with experts. Many of the therapists from BetterHelp I'd spoken to about this trauma which I'd gone through as I was a teenager. And one of the best things about BetterHelp is you can get access to these qualified therapists from wherever you might be in the world. So all you need to do is just go onto the website or go through the app, take the quiz, and get matched with a credentialed therapist quickly. And it turns out that 82% of clients end up recommending their therapist to others. So if you want to give it a try and get 10% off your first month of therapy, head over to the link in the description or betterhelp.com/Mike Thurston. And a reminder that nobody needs to go through anything alone. BetterHelp is here with you. Well, guys, one of the absolute best things that happened when I came back from the travels was the empty roads. Certainly for at least 3-4 weeks. It reminded me of the old COVID days when there was no tourists here and the roads were empty. It was honestly the most enjoyable time ever to be driving around. It reminded me of what it used to be like, what it could be like if the city wasn't so rammed full of people. But anyway, with each week that progressed after that, it did start to get busier, and the traffic has crept up. Nowhere near what it used to be like peak winter time, but it is coming back. But since it is pretty much the start of summer, I imagine there's a lot of people on their travels, so I guess the old traffic will be back once again come September, October time. My man is out here just balling in the Range Rover with a 2-digit plate. A 2-digit plate. That will be quite a cheap one. Quite a cheap one. That's the real flex here. Don't need to get a fancy car or anything like that. Pretty light. Above average car, of course, but just a casual flex with the plate. Of course, a local guy's getting out. What else? What else? Because you deserve better. I do deserve better. It's something I tell myself every day. Good mantra. So guys, we are at a new spot. Oh, it's been here for a while actually, but it's the first time you guys have seen it because I've shown it on my socials before. It's a private wellness club. Very exclusive, which is, to be honest, quite ideal because a lot of the gyms, believe it or not, in Dubai have got very busy, and I think that is largely down to the fact that one of the busiest ones completely burnt down. That is correct. I'm sure you guys are all well aware of B1 Banus, the red infamous gym that pretty much every single fitness influencer has been to at least once in their life. Yeah, the whole thing just burnt down to the ground. Very random. Even more weird that I was training there 2 days in a row, and then the next day it was just completely gone. So, no, it wasn't a stray drone or missile. It was actually, apparently, an electrical fault. Apparently. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But, yeah, pretty sad, to be honest. Apparently they're rebuilding it, but I just don't know if it's going to be the same spot or where. But it was very eerie. I had to go and take a look around to see it with my own eyes that it had actually gone, because I thought some of the circulating content going around social media was actually AI, but it wasn't. It was real. Very strange. So anyway, all the other gyms are now completely swarmed with people that were going to B1. So, you know, they had thousands of members, and now those thousands of members have just infiltrated the other gyms. So they're all really busy. So it's nice to actually try and find somewhere a little bit more low-key like this one. So today we will be doing legs and arms from the new split, Ripped and Ready, which I'm really enjoying at the moment. It's going to be a little bit of a challenging one because we're going to do it at the outdoor gym, but they're kind of in the middle of making it super cold. But at the moment it's not super cold. It's actually like a greenhouse. It traps a lot of heat. So this is going to be an intense session, but it is going to be it's going to be a good one. Tell you what, folks, there's a lot of building going on around here. Freaking hell. The harbour seems to be the next place to be. Probably in a year or so, I reckon. Absolutely no chill whatsoever. Look at this bridge, man. This wasn't here a while ago. Now it's friggin' here. There's one thing you got to give it to Dubai. They build things quickly, like the Chinese and the Japanese. Maybe some European places, but I can't really think of any that come to mind. But if you want to get anything built in the UK, it would take years and years and years, and it would probably go 3 to 4 times over budget. So we are back out here catching the final few rays before the sun sets. The whole beach club situation is a little bit weird at the moment. I mean, after everything kicked off, of course tourists stopped coming, so the beach clubs were very empty, to the point where they were losing a lot of money, because obviously there was a lot of staff who were being employed by these beach clubs and no customers to bring the revenue in. So a lot of them got sacked off, either full-time or temporarily. Probably like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to kind of leave, and you know, we'll maybe get you back in September, October time. So that was a little bit of a stinker. I mean, the first few weeks when I came back, things were looking pretty desperate, almost to the point where some of them actually closed permanently, like for renovations. A lot of hotels have done this. But that being said, over the past few weeks, a lot more people start coming back, and they are busy. The ones that stayed open are actually pretty damn busy, but I think most of them have pretty much called it a day and let summer come early, because in the summertime obviously it gets way too hot and most places just close anyway because it's too hot to be outside. So yeah, wouldn't want to be in hospitality right now. And it's funny because it was almost like a sure thing working in hospitality in a place like this, because there's just guaranteed tourists coming in. But when that dips a little bit, it's obviously affected. If there is one place where there is almost an unnecessary amount of beach clubs, it is Dubai. I've seen them sprout open literally every single square meter that is on the coast. They've opened a beach club. There was only a handful when I first moved there. Now there's friggin' loads of them. So you kind of spoiled the choice. But you know, when something does happen where there's going to be less tourists or less people just going out and about, then it's a bit of a sticky situation. So it is what it is. I would imagine things will be back to full swing in September time, October time, assuming that there's no disruptions, but who knows? Who knows? Tell you one thing about doing a long stint in Dubai though, this always happens, the time just flies by. I've done like 2 months here and I'm like reflecting upon what I've done. It's hard to pinpoint like what I've actually done. Whereas when I go traveling for like a 4 or 5 week period and I squeeze in so many different activities, different countries, different locations, it's just very novel and it feels like time goes a little bit slower. So if any of you are afraid about time flying by, try and do as many novel new things as possible and go to new places, because from my experience that is the only way that you can kind of really slow time down. And unfortunately, as you get older, it just seems to get faster and faster. I mean, it feels like yesterday when it was 2023. 2022, 2023. Oh, 2026. And then this year's going to fly by as well. So, yeah, I'm kind of in this debate with myself where do I want to just lock in, get my head down and just work as much as possible to have what? More success, more money? Or actually go and enjoy life a little bit and explore the world, do new things, fun things? That is the biggest conundrum in my life. Because if I wanted to, I could just continuously just travel around the world. I could literally be a full-time travel vlogger, and that would be one hell of an adventure. But I know that the constant traveling would annoy me, and I miss having a base. And I think when you get older, you just kind of prefer more routine and just having an actual home. So I try to squeeze both in. Little bits of travel, and then back home, good routine. Head down, do more of the less exciting, fun things. The sun is literally going. So now, I'm going to go to the cinema this evening. I'm going to check out Back Rooms, because that has just come out this weekend, so I'm excited to see that. And then we have a banyu party after that, so let's go. Cool little funky. I literally have no idea what this is going to be about. Guys, this is probably one of the best cinema lounges that I have been to. You even have a friggin' restaurant type menu. But we don't need that. I must say, horror is quickly rising to the top of my favorite film genres. It was sci-fi. Well, it still is sci-fi, but I don't know, there's been some decent horror films coming out. There's a resurgence. Watched Obsession last week, and that was pretty fucking epic. If you haven't seen that, watch that. It's not as if it's like the scariest film ever, but it's just weird. It was an uncomfortable watch. And I guess that is the new horror these days, something that makes you feel uncomfortable. You can't even explain how you feel. Anyway, great film.
مؤمنين بأن أحلامكم بتساهم في بناء مستقبل مشرق للإمارات وللعالم أجمع.
Oh, that was a weird film. So guys, my thoughts on that film, I thought it was pretty damn good, to be honest. I was going to give it a 7, I've decided to give it an 8, only because it's definitely the first one out of a number of back rooms related films that will be coming out. And I also have quite a lot of questions, which I will no doubt go back home and watch a load of YouTube videos that will explain the film in further detail. To me, that's the sign of a good film. If you walk out the film and you're like, do you know what? that's made me think. It's not giving everything away. There's a lot that's left open to interpret for yourself. If this lingers on my mind for the next few days, that's a sign of a good film. Certainly what Obsession did. So, guys, go support those films. I think the guy who directed Backrooms is 20 years old or something. The other guy's 25. Like, absolutely insane. It's good to see YouTubers actually getting some recognition, and just goes to show you don't need a budget of $50 to $100 million to make a good film. And hopefully, you know, I'm a big film fan. I like going to the cinema. I enjoy the experience. But I must say, the past couple of years, there's been an absolute turd coming out of the cinema. Very few where I thought, you know what, that was a very good film and I'd watch it again. So hopefully things will be on the up, and there'll be a lot more better films to choose from in the future.
Easy, yeah! Party in Banya!
Finishing off the night at a friggin' Banya Forest party, and it is kicking off.
With the crowd.
That's a huge cold plunge. Is it actually cold today?
Huh?
Is it actually cold today?
Yeah, it's cold. That's cold. Step in, sir.
Holy moly! Where's the fucking hydro?
Oh shit.
Every time we come here, it's more and more ice. What are you doing there, buddy?
I'm just putting the ice in the hat so we can stay in the...
To protect the head.
dingleberry.
I would take it in there with me, guys, but the camera's going to absolutely... I am actually quite Russian. Could be Russian. I would take it in the sauna with me, but it's going to absolutely destroy itself. So I'm doing that.
That used to make me a money.
Right, folks, that is the end of the Banya session. Quite an interesting scene to see 70 people absolutely having it off inside of a sauna. I'd recommend it, to be honest. Anyway, time for me to go to bed. I hope you've enjoyed the vlog. Thank you for staying all the way to the end. See you in the next one.